Hey everybody, it's Modern Day Nana. I'm back with another junk journal tutorial. Alright, so now last week I kind of finished up what I wanted to show you with that personal one. If you haven't seen those videos, let me show you real quick. This is just one where I took and deconstructed a book. Basically I just cut the spine off the book and use the front and the back cover as my front and back cover, but I turned it inside out to use, wouldn't matter though because I've covered this one all up. Anyway, so now I have a front and a back cover, and then I actually used the pages that came in the book, and I started just junk journaling with magazines. I haven't done any writing yet, but I'll do that later. And this is going to be my junk journal that is a continuation of my vision board this year. Okay, you can look back if you want to see that. And I just, instead of doing a spine, we're just going to do some rings. And that way we can take our pages in and out, fill it up, do whatever we want. Okay, that's that one. Now, today I wanted to show you guys real quick another option. If you want to just take a book you've got, this is just an old, just an old book, The Secret War with Germany, and something I don't want. Got it upside down. And so I'm going to take this and I'm going to keep it whole, and we're just going to take out some pages, glue some pages together, and get it prepped and ready to use as a junk journal this way. Now let me show you real quick. This is one that I already did, and this is just, see how many pages I tore out? Because what happens is once you start filling in your book, then it's going to start getting bigger here. And if you don't pull in any pages, your book's going to be like this, and it's going to break your spine, and it's just going to be maybe more of a mess than you want to deal with. So the easy answer to that is just pull out some pages and then glue some pages together, which is what I did in this. So I'll just show you real quick what how we do that, and then we can just start working in this one and do a page or two in it, okay? Alright, so back to our Secret War with Germany. Now, this is a pretty good weight of paper, so that will determine how many pages we want to tear out, because like, say, let's see, and this is just kind of whatever your preference is. We want to get enough torn out to where we have room to work. So I like to keep in, because this is nice and neat, it's all glued down, I like to keep in the front, and usually these pages that are all nice and neat together. Now, what I will probably do here is maybe glue these two together and make them stronger, but let's just start here. Now, I would say your best option when pulling your pages out of your book, you don't want to mess with how they found that book in there. And that is usually how most books nowadays, and even old books, it's kind of like on a secret spine. See how that pulls away from the spine? We want to try to keep that as intact as possible. Okay, it just saves us grief in the end. So we can just try to start tearing. Okay, now I'm gonna say let's keep, after we've determined this is the front of our book, like the inside flap, I'm going to say we want to do one of these. Are pretty nice and thick. 1, 2, 3. say we keep 3 together, and let's pull out, let's just see if we can pull them out. That would be the easiest. You just want to get up along that spine as close as you can. You can always do a little work later on. What we say? Keep 3 in. So let's keep 3 in. Pull 3 out. And like I said, 1, 2, 3. These are pretty nice thick pages. So let's just see if we can do this. Now these are coming out pretty nicely. Sometimes that doesn't occur, and we have to get out the X-Acto knife. Okay, so that's basically all we're doing all through the book, guys. I feel like all in all we're pretty good. Now the only other thing I'm going to show you guys on this, which really gets us ready to go to working in our book, is just gluing some pages together. Okay, and we can use glue stick, we can use Elmer's glue, really anything you have that you want to put them together with. I will caution you, this is just a hard plastic bone folder is what it's called. You can get it for cheap. Okay? It's a good thing to have. Bone folder. If you're messing with papers. If you're folding and messing with papers. Okay? I think that 2 together will be plenty. Now, if you're using a liquid glue, be really sparingly, because your pages will get warpy and might not dry as neatly as you want. Now, we are going to pretty much cover these pages all up anyway, so you're not going to really notice it, but it can get creasy and warpy if you're not careful when you're using a liquid glue. So, and I would not use, don't use a hot glue gun. It's too much. Okay? So, yeah. So basically just go through, depending on, again, the thickness of your book, you might want to glue 2 or 3 pages together. But then a lot of these we're going to go ahead and put another scrapbook page or something like that over anyway. So I say glue a couple together, and you can do this as you work in your book, so you can just leave your book like this, or you could go ahead and get it prepared ahead of time and work with it that way, which is what I did with this one. Okay, so let's just take a look at what we might want to do. I'm going to do the cover last on this one because, or we'll come back and do it, okay? I'll be working in this one off and on. Okay, so we got rid of quite a few pages. There were quite a few pages in here. These pages are thinner than the book we just had. I pulled out more. I did more like a save 3, pulled out 5. It's got some neat pictures in it. And it's got this nice, you know, inside flap. Well, inside cover basically. We can do this later. So, Now, options are as varied as stuff you have. You can get your junk out, your junk mail, or you can, if you've got scrapbook papers, magazines, any number, anything you have paper-wise, or cloth-wise, actually, that you want to glue in here. You know, we'll just kind of keep an eye on it as we're going and, you know, see how full it gets. Okay, I've got a bunch of scrapbook paper, and I need to get some of it used up. So I kind of made a stack of things I thought might work. Somehow I managed to get a couple of these, which is just a paper pack from Hobby Lobby, I'm sure. Either Hobby Lobby or Michael's. And the nice thing about a paper pack, if you're doing it that way and you want to do it that way, is they all match, right? So usually gives you 3 or 4 of each. I've used these for other things. So I think I'll try to use some of this up because, like I said, I still have 2 of these. So, and then I just have a whole bunch of random papers. So if you want to do it that way, just kind of collect the things. I like to just kind of put down the base first. These I think I had bought and used when one of the kids graduated, so, and those actually match that inside. Yeah, so I just got, like I said, random, you know, just random packs of paper. Stuff I got at the thrift store. There was a pack that had a bunch of baby, like for a baby boy. But some of that might go. I had several packs of like black paper. So, and you can find, look in the craft section at the thrift store, and you can find, you know, sometimes scrapbook paper. Although, if you wanted to, periodically, they have all the craft stores, just whichever one has, you know, their scrapbook paper's half off. So when you do it that way, it's not too bad. We'll just turn it to our front page, and you know, oh, I went ahead and did this one. I went ahead and cut this one. Now, if you want to, say, wrap it around so that, like, this is a 12 by 12 inch, okay, depending on the size of your book. If you wanted to wrap it around, you could just fold your paper to the size of your page, and see on here we just have blank, so that would be good for writing, and we can just go ahead and glue the whole thing down, okay, and you know, we could make that pretty darn easy for our first page. And this is just giving us a base. So see already how that it's going to fill our book up, because the scrapbook paper is pretty thick. I'm going to pay attention, so get yourself out a piece of wax paper or whatever you've got. I'm going to pay particular attention to my edges, okay, because I want it to stick. And I'm just going to go ahead and lay this down. And wedge it on here. And this is nice to do if you've got, you know, a special occasion you want to make a book for, or if you just want to make a book just to use randomly. Okay. The bone folder's nice because you can just come in and it really gives you a nice crease on your paper. Okay? And there we go. Now, I can glue this down a little better. Let's put a little glue in here. We want to make sure we get that nice, since it's going into our spine there. And we basically have our first page covered. And then we can do it one at a time and decorate and pull out all the things we want to use, or we can just kind of get a head start and get the base down for some of our pages. Okay. See how nice this tool is? It just slides right in here, gives us a nice, neat finish. Okay. There. And so I just left this because I thought, well, why not? It's blank. And we can use it however we want. If we want to end up covering it up, that's fine too. This is a pretty nice weight paper, but it doesn't matter, you know, thinner, thicker, whatever you want to do. And we can just move on from there. Like I said, I'm just going to, this looks like a handmade paper. And we can use, you know, some of these papers and cut them apart. Let's save that one. Let's see what else we've got. And we can just coordinate, or you don't have to coordinate. And we can also use thinner options too. Okay, why don't we do something like, let's see. We did this one here. I had a guide. Here it is. Here's what I cut off of the end of that first page, so we know all our pages in this book are the same. I think I'm just going to go ahead and make a line like this, and I'll know where to cut it off. Okay? And that'll give us the right length. Now we can just fold it under, which I tend to do, and with that you could do something like an envelope. You know, you can make an envelope style out of it. Okay, so let's see. I'm just going to make a line, and now I'm just playing. Okay. You see where my line is there? So I'm just going to line this up. And I went a little over. No biggie. And then this is nice where this bone folder comes in, because you just come in here and fold it over with your bone folder. Okay. There we go. Okay. And we could do this page if we wanted, or we could do it this way. Kind of line it up and put some glue on it. It was not perfectly, even, no problem, because we're going to put all kinds of, probably end up doing all kinds of cute embellishments on this. Okay, so see how easy that is? We're just basically, going in and covering the pages that we did save. And just kind of getting a base going. I have random calendars. Let it snow. Be fearless. You're enough. That's nice. There's some nice gold in there. Let's do that one. Save your calendars. Have your people save their calendars. Now, if you wanted to, see, you could just come on over here and cover up some of this. Or we could wrap this around, which is kind of nice. Let's wrap this around a little bit. Okay? So I'm just going to say we don't want to get our words, and this is, guys, this is just playing. Okay? We could do whatever we want here. I like that. And I hope you know that that is true. You are enough. That's been a struggle of mine over the years. I think probably, now you can kind of see underneath there, but I don't care. That's perfectly fine. We're going to probably write all over or something anyway, so now we're going to have to get, let me show you, we're going to have to get down here kind of in the crevice and tuck this in to this crease. Okay. And I'm just going to cut this off after I get it in here. There we go. Okay. Take our bone folder, or you can use your fingers. You can use a credit card if you don't have a bone folder. But here's a nice thing about the bone folder. Let me show you. See how it gets down in the crease here? So when you go to put it over on this side and glue it onto this page, you've made up for that allowance. Okay? You've got that in there. And that way, it doesn't get all bunchy. Okay? When you go to shut your book up. Look how nice that's already looking, guys. And we haven't even hardly done anything. Now this picture, I don't mind. The little nuclear family there. This book was written a long time ago. So we'll leave it. Okay? So see, sometimes you can use part of what you've got. And this is, I'm not going to put this like on every page because this is really a nice heavy weight. Okay, but you get the point. So we're just going to work on it. Here, let's use one of these. These are really stiff, but we just need to get some of this stuff used up, right? Okay, I've got my little guide here because these are all 12 by 12s. Now if we wanted to, I could take, I'll show you something quick here we could do. If we wanted to, we could take and fold this down and make a little pocket. Okay. Just get it going on one side. Okay. And we've got ourselves the beginnings of a little pocket here. See what I'm saying? So now if we wanted to, we could just snuggle this in here and have a nice little pocket for our page. Then if we wanted to put something in here, some notes, some pretties, whatever, we could do it. What did I determine we needed to make this? And this is a little short, but again, I'm not going to worry about it. Now, when you go to fold your papers, I would say, unless you want things popping out, which it's likely to anyway, to some degree, but let me show you. Unless you want things popping out when you shut your book, make them just a little bit narrower than the cover. Okay, so basically, just covering the page that's on the inside of the book. Oh, it feels so good to get some of this stuff used up, guys. And we can make something fun with it. I did have a, basically it was like a recipe type of book of, it's kind of like a 3-ring binder, but it was like a make your own recipes. I think I'm going to get that out and I'm going to use that for the wedding planner book. Okay, so we can do that next. Because that, like I said, I think they're coming over the next couple days. And we got to start getting our ducks in a row a little bit. And it's always nice to have a place where you can have things, you know. Okay, like I said, this is just, you know, we're just getting situated here. This is not the final product. Okay, but see, look, that's nice. Then we'll stick this down. But now see, and we'll stick this down. We've got washi tape, whatever we can stick in this crevice. But oh, we've got a nice little, let's see. We've got a nice little pocket that we can put things in. Photos, things we want to save, what have you. You know, what have you. Sky's the limit. So, just randomness, really. And we could put this on here this way and worry about the top of it later. Or we could do it this way. It almost covers it. Let's do that. Let's just glue this on here. And then we can worry about that little section later on. So this one, I'm just gluing it flush to the page. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to take this foam folder again, because see, I want to get it up in this crevice so it lays right. Okay. Okay. Got a little wonky in my fixing here, but that's okay. I'll straighten it out. And again, I think I'll just, oh, that's a cool one. Just going to go ahead and cut this. Okay. And this is wonky here, and I have a bit of a gap, but that's okay. We'll fix it. Oh, tore the paper again. No big deal. Okay. Here we go. That's a nice page to begin with. This looks a little sketchy, but like I said, we'll fix it. We'll fix it. Okay. And if we wanted to, we could go ahead and fold this down and put this in here. Let's just do that. And let's see real quick. Here's this whole thing of, I showed you in another video. And you can get these, like I said, at the craft store. Or we could glue it, Or you could just use masking tape. I just happen to have these. They need to be used. If I can find the end of this. And we'll just we'll go ahead and just tape this in here. Okay? And then that way, that page will look done. As far as not having any kind of crazy big spots where it shouldn't. Let me see. Let me stand up so I can. I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is let's go ahead and put some tape on here. I'm going to go ahead and do that and tape it down. Yeah, then I can just cut this off. Okay. There we go. We could use a different color. You can get these, see, in all different widths. And, you know, whatever to match your, the aesthetic you're doing. Okay. There. And we can make something, you know, cute with this if we wanted. Cute design. So I just wanted to give you guys an idea of, you know, how to deconstruct the book and start putting it back together. So we can use the pictures that we have in the book, and we can add to it. I've just got I've got a box of just basically scrap paper that's not got pictures or anything on it. We could use that. Here's one that's just a umbrella, and this one's got some teacups I ran off or something. So yeah, just keep your old stuff, and you can use them in your junk journals. Okay? So that's what I'll just do with this one. I'll just glue this one down. And then we can do whatever we want to with, here, let's put the glue on this one. Now, I like the glue stick because I like the consistency of it better. You know, you gotta, if you start doing the liquid glue, you gotta be careful, as I've said, because it will kind of gunk up on you. But we truly are here using our junk. You wouldn't have to have scrap paper. I just happen to have it. It's junk to me. I've had it forever. I need to get rid of it. So, you know, I guess one man's junk is another man's treasure, right? Isn't that what they say? Okay. Now, we also could just take some paint and, you know, throw a little paint on some of these pages, and that would work as well. I'm just trying to use up the stuff we have. See, you can see the writing underneath there, but I don't care. Totally fine. Not a big deal. Just trying to think of what else I've got to show you guys. Here's one of these interesting magazines. So if there's something in here, you know, that would be interesting to us. Okay. That's a pretty interesting little magazine page there. We'll go ahead and just do this back page with it. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and keep that folded over because it just gives it strength. So I'm just showing you the different things you can use. Like I said, I'll get some more junk mail out. I've got tons. I've got piles of it. Alright, I'm going to get this page in. I'm going to let you guys go for now, okay? So find yourself a book. You've got this to go by. Get it ready. And get your stuff together and you can start working and put whatever you want to in your journal. I'm going to get this down in here good so that we don't have problems later on with the spine. Okay, now I'm just taking the sharp end of my plastic, the sharp end of my bone folder, and I just cut this off. Okay, so now we've got a nice, perfect down in our seam. Now I'm going to take and fold it back underneath there. Get it nice and flat. And that, you guys, is as easy as this is. Simple, simple. Yeah, I got my page a little crooked, but again, take your time. If that stresses you out, take your time and get it where you want it, okay? That, to me, is perfect. And we've got our little magazine girl with her crazy little face. Oh, and on this we have a heart. So I might save some of these images. So I could just, cover up some of the lettering, cover up some of the writing, and just save some of the images. I mean, you can just sit here, you guys, and do this for hours and hours. And then, I'll look up at the clock and be like, where did the hours go? Because it's truly so much fun. Okay? And so, yeah, definitely save your scraps that and see, we could just, save our magazine scraps. They don't have to be cut perfectly. They can be ripped. I'm just going to cover up this wording, although you wouldn't have to cover it up. I'm going to. The heart and the circulation, I'm going to leave that up here in the corner. Okay. There, that's fun. And then we can just go in and, put something on that. However we want to. Cutting and a pasting. Tearing and a pasting. Just having fun. Alright guys, I think I'm going to let you go on that. I'm going to leave this page open so it doesn't stick because I put glue like right on top here. I'm going to leave this open and let it dry. Okay, but you get the idea, right? And we can come back next time and we can work and finish up some of these pages. Okay, see what we can do with some of these pages. I'll get some things out and we can see how we might like to embellish them. Okay, all right guys, this is the Modern Day Nana. I hope you have a great day and I will see you guys really soon. Bye.